is going on, folks? Will Turbot here. Fake Mike.
Real news.
Here with Auditing America. Back at it live, guys. What up,
What's
dog?
up, guys?
Two of the OGs in the house.
Thank you for being here. How are you today, Will?
Man, you know what? The last week or so, you guys know me. I'm an unflinching optimist, and I always think, hey, we're getting better. We're waking people up. We're making a difference. But when the president made his latest announcement, I was very upset, as well as the anniversary that just passed this last Saturday was a big anniversary. It was a 20-year anniversary. Those are always big anniversaries. And nobody showed up, man. Nobody showed up to the 20th anniversary. And now the bad boys are pushing their agenda harder than ever. I was feeling a little bit upset, but I've been taking a little bit. So I took the black pill for a little bit. Now I think I'm taking another red pill. I'm feeling a little bit better. How are you feeling, man? What's going on with you, pimp?
Hey, man. Couldn't be better. Happy to be here. Happy to be back with our people, we the people, standing strong together for a better world, a better country, so that we can be the bosses and not be bossed around like it should be. So I'm happy.
Absolutely. Shout out to Eyes on the Audit, guys. That's me and Finton and Theo's channel right there. We'd be breaking it down over there. We got some new uploads coming through, so check out that channel. Of course, I have my own channel, Fake Mike Real News. Finton and Theo's. Also, Auditing America is on Instagram. Find Auditing America on Instagram. And shout outs to Justin G. Finally got verified on Twitter. Got the big blue check mark. Congratulations, bro. Everyone go find Justin over on Twitter. What's going on, everybody in the chat? It's good to be back with you folks. When will we be coming back to Buffalo, New York? That's a good question. You know, a little known fact is me and Mr. America, we did an audit in Buffalo, but we did an audit of the Buffalo Wing spot, the original Buffalo, the home of the original Buffalo Wing. And we did like a food critic review. I was like, what's going
awesome,
on?
actually.
Let's see if they respect our appetite. Went in there.
What's up, Diaz?
Yo.
Diaz, is it? Diaz? What's up, Diaz?
Yeah, that's probably the most cringeworthy, and we've done some cringeworthy stuff, but that's probably the most cringeworthy video. What's going on?
We have to audit, but we have to eat too.
We had to eat. And
we definitely have to audit the food that we eat, the stuff that we're putting in our system. So
it was like Ong Bak, or it was like Die Hard, because the Buffalo City Hall has mad levels, and like we had to go through all the levels. And Mr. America's like, you can't get any chicken wings until we audit this whole thing. We're going up and up. We're slaying tyrants. Boom, 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 boom. Then he almost misused one of my famous jokes. And we had to stop him there. And then later on in the street, we went across the street to, what was that place? It was like the Center for Human Rights, and then we had our human rights violator or something like that.
Who gets their human rights violated at the Human Rights Office?
Yeah, guys, one of the things I want to talk about tonight is we need to do some more nonviolent direct action. We need to start having more rallies. We need to have more questions, confrontations. David Brown, that's a stupid question because none of us here do that at all. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? You guys are awesome. Someone bought a car. Nice. That's awesome. So we need some more nonviolent direct action. We need to take this constitutional republic, as I always like to say, is participatory, which means we're the bosses. We have to get involved. In order for this system to work, we have to get involved. That's literally, this is something that humans have been fighting for thousands of years. It's an experiment with self-government, and people didn't think it was going to work. People thought, no, surely you need a king or a queen or a dictator or a church to run people. And for the first time, albeit very imperfect and hypocritical in many ways and racist in many ways, it was still an experiment in self-government. And self-government means self, us. So if yourself doesn't get involved, you, if you don't get involved, then it doesn't work. And then not only that, you have your birthright. Things are going, I'm not going to get into the details because I've been sitting there laying out the details for 16 years. You guys know the details, right? You guys know what's going on right now. You guys seen all, press 1 in the chat real quick if you've seen what's going on in Australia. Shout out to my Aussies. Let's see, guys. Yes, press 2 if you have not. Press 1 if you've seen what's going on in Australia. Press 2 if you have not. I'm going to take a minute and let's see what you guys said. Yeah, it's pretty wild, Tito.
What's going on with our friends from Australia?
Any Australia viewers?
We always have people.
We have a good viewership from Australia. Any press 74 in the chat if you're viewing from Australia right now. So if you don't know what's going on in Australia right now, I suggest you Google it because I'm not getting into it. Yes, Nyan from Australia. Maybe you could tell us what's going on in Australia. Callie in the house. We got to come back to SoCal again. Trust us. We're going back. We're going everywhere eventually. God willing, Lord willing, evolution willing, Scientology willing. 508 in the house. 401 repping. What's the area code down there in Florida? What is it again?
Over here is 305.
Yep. There's a few. Puerto Rico, of course, Puerto Rico in the house.
787. Shout outs to the people from 787, yep. Puerto Rico. My cough is from dabbing, okay, not from COVID.
I will not indulge. So, guys, what do you think? What I've decided, because I thought we were way ahead of things. I thought like we were kind of winning this football game, if you will. And it turns out, based on what I saw on the 20th anniversary and based on things our leader has told us recently, that was a lie. So what I'm going to do is I got a brand new poster board. And I said, you know, on top of the stuff I do already, I'm going to add 2 hours a week where I do outside activism. I'm going to make a sign. I'm not going to tell you what's on the sign. I might take a picture. But have you did an audit on Washington, D.C.? Does Pinocchio have a wooden nose? Yes, we have. We confronted Hillary Clinton to her face at the Hillary Clinton Awards, and we asked her about Jeffrey Egg salad. Well before anything, she said, "Enjoy this wonderful day. Forget about my war crimes." Woo-hoo-hoo. And then we rolled up on you boys, the No Such Agency. Dog, we hit 5-star generals up that day, dog. We actually
kind of made 5-star generals cry. This guy literally walked up to the cop and pointed. He's recording me. This guy's a 5-star general in the United States Army, bro. One of the best fucking armies, military in the world. And this guy still hasn't gotten his pass on the First Amendment.
No. Well, that's because he's one of the people that is promoting the illegal, unconstitutional, but most importantly, immoral war, the war on terror. And as Howard Zinn famously said, how can you have a war on terror when war itself is terror? Wrecked. Totally owned. Oh, by the way, I noticed there's a Imagine Believing Politics. Hey, Nico, how about I give you the link and you come up here and debate me live? I love how there's, I've had all these trolls say, why don't you specifically tell me what I said, which was factually incorrect? All these trolls, they're faceless, they're nameless, and not one of them has been able to defeat me in a debate. 99.9% of them are too coward and bitch made to even accept a debate. So, unless you're going to accept the challenge, you're gone. Thank you for that information, Blue Unicorn. Casually Unfiltered Covers. Thank you for that super chat very much. Could you do an audit at Maysville, Kentucky Post Office? They're very rude, and I took my camera there and recorded, and they called the police on me. Now, I'm going to show you guys a little something on stream because Mr. America has finally upgraded to the 21st century. He just turned in his pager, and I'm very happy because now we can show you stuff on StreamYards. So I'm going to share my screen with you real quick. I want you guys to see something. Let's see right here. All right. Oh, wait, can you guys, so Enrique, Mr. America, can you please go to the screen at the bottom, the one that shows like a side view of
Side
like
view?
picture of like, you see at the bottom how there's like different screens? Put the one where we could put like, it's like the camera up. It's like I could put it's like all the way at the bottom right.
All the way at the bottom, all I see is mic, cam, guest, and more.
All right, forget that. Anyways, all you guys have to do is Google post office. Okay, I'm going to read you the articles. Yahoo News. The post office is running a, quote, covert operations program that monitors American social media posts. Someone saying that Howard Zinn is a communist. He may very well be, but that statement is true. Tracy, thank you very much for the super chat and the question. Thoughts on that happening? It depends on what you mean by that term. As far as the furthering of the goal of Milner's Kindergarten, the Roundtable Group, the Royal Institute of International Affairs, the Council on Foreign Relations, then yes, that is occurring. If you want to talk about the agendas, the one in 30 and 21, yeah, specifically ill skills, specifically. Yes, absolutely. Live and direct on the air, guys. He's here, guys. Go over and subscribe to his channel. This guy's the man, and I need you guys to give your brother some donations right now too. Your brother's going through a tough time putting his life on the line. So everyone go to Live and Direct on the air. Live and Direct on the air. Comment again. Put up your PayPal or whatever. So yeah, go check this guy out. Help him. We love you. Live and Direct on the air. He's the man. This guy is actually taking people that were wrongfully incarcerated and freed them, like 5 to 12 people, and it's keep coming. These people just keep coming out of jail. So he's a true hero. He's somebody that I'm honored to know. And when we went to go see my friends in their court case recently, he drove like 3 hours to come support. So this guy's the man. White House audit. Yeah, we did the White House. We did the Pentagon. Let's see. We did the
DEA.
We did the DEA. We did like the halls of Congress. Sam Stone, what do you think? It's pretty much already here. Actually, Nico, I would disagree with you there because if you read the Balfour documents, so, okay, Nico, push one in the chat if you're aware of Milner's Kindergarten and Cecil Rhodes and you know who, Lord R. Boy. They literally created the state of you know what, and the Balfour Declaration is addressed, "Dear Lord, you know who." So guys, right below me, live and direct on the air. That's his Cash App right there. $ live and direct on the air. This guy is really doing things. He's he's literally one of the top 5 activists that I know, and that's saying something. And I know a lot of big activists. This guy
he's doing what nobody's doing, bro.
Nobody's doing this. And
I mean, right after the government goes and takes your freedom for whatever reason, you're pretty much gone. You're pretty much gone. And then people like Avi, is very few people that are out there actually, you know, looking through thousands of Americans that are in jail. And, you know, I don't know if you've ever been in jail. I've been in jail. And once you walk in there, everybody's innocent. You know, everybody's innocent. Everybody says, yeah, it wasn't me. Yeah, it wasn't me. Nobody says I'm guilty.
Enrique, Mr. America.
But we have, yeah.
So Mr. Allen's in the comments saying, get a real job. I'll just have you know, I work 40 hours a week and I have a second job. And Mr. America just came back from a location where they were affected by devastation of a hurricane, and he helped recover and clean that up. So besides his activism, and he's confronted the Clintons and the president. So if you can even come close to that, and even if you can't, if you want to come on live right now and get wrecked in a debate.
Yeah, fuck that guy. So live and direct on the air is one of the few people that actually go and look through all these thousands of inmates, and they actually look into their cases and see if, you know, even though the government puts in their own little storybook, oh, well, this one was guilty. They put it on their little fairy tale storybook. Well, this one was guilty. Well, guess what? We have people like Live and Direct on the Air who goes beyond and goes through the legal way to find out all the paperwork and go through everything one more time to give the person that's wrongfully convicted a chance to come right back out.
Yes, absolutely, man. This guy's, it's not, he doesn't even have to go through that much paperwork. It's just like one after another. We interviewed on your channel here one of the first people he got out, which was a dude who was here as a doctor on vacation, who was basically racially profiled and spent 27 years in prison for crimes he did not commit. And this guy freed him. You have no idea how many people are wrongfully, illegally incarcerated. It's a true epidemic, a true pandemic. And I think that we should definitely support Live and Direct on the Air. So find his YouTube channel, it's below. Also his Cash App, $ Live Direct on the Air. It's right there, guys. Go over, tell him good old Fake Mike sent you, and also Mr. America. Absolutely, Miss Castro, you're absolutely right. Totally. I was just there, and that's where I am. That's where I'm from. So this is my hometown. So yeah, I'm always there. Whoa. Nice, broken system, broken trust. Good. I'm glad to hear that. If you want, please contact me or Auditing America. I am on all platforms as Fake Mike Real News. Auditing America is on all platforms as Auditing America. I suggest you find our Facebook group. Why would you say that, Mr. Celine? I would suggest you find Auditing America on Facebook. We have a lot of lively discussions. We have some awesome videos. We share documents, discuss case law. We get in arguments, debates, memes. The memes are fire. Auditing America Facebook group. Also, Find Auditing America on Instagram. Find Auditing America. Absolutely right, Sam Stone. Find Auditing America on PayPal. I think it's Auditing American News or something like that. Find Auditing America on all platforms. And of course, thank you to the people that have super chatted. Very much appreciated. I'm sorry to hear that, Blue Unicorn. Yeah, if you guys have a channel, well, someone used to live up John Young. I've been down John Young. That's a cool street out there. There's a lot of interesting stuff. Yeah, I gotta go to H-Town, man. That's one of the few states I've never been to is Texas. I gotta get down there. I get giddy up down there. I'm out here in Rhode Island, and I tell people howdy in this kind of like ironic way. But then when I go down south, I say howdy. People are like, "What is it? Who's this dumbass Yankee thinking he's cool?" You can find me on Cash App, Fake Mike Real News, PayPal, Fake Mike Real News, Venmo, PayPal, Fake Mike Real News, Fake Mike Real News. You can find me there. Thank you very much, James. And I also want to appreciate and thank the James Law for donating a $5 and the kind words. More importantly, the kind words. It's very much appreciated. Can you legally film in a public school? If you're a student, you can, and you could legally. I mean, I don't know about the specifics. That's not something that I'm going to do. I'm not going to start filming kids. Now, if there was a school where there are suggestions of some nefarious activities going on, then yeah, maybe potentially I would film that school. But I have seen many videos where students will film their teachers going crazy and they go viral. It's public, obviously, so especially for the students. But I wouldn't. I mean, yeah, Dylan. So there's your answer. I wouldn't. I don't know if there's any case law on that. I'm not an expert. I didn't look into that. But I'm definitely not gonna audit any schools. I mean, however, had it been back in the day when Mr. Egg Salad, old Jeffrey boy, he had his own rooms. He had his own little offices there at Harvard and MIT. So I would audit that. I have actually. So I lied because Mr. America and I actually audited the old Skull and Bones Society at Yale University, and we caught somebody coming out. So that was one of the craziest videos that we ever did. So yeah, we have actually audited the school. So. Gene, what specifically did I say that you found to be factually incorrect? Can my school search my backpack without consent? Now, there has been case law on that, and I don't know what it is. I mean, constitutionally, they can't. I mean, the thing is, ideally, you need to get everybody out of school. You got to do homeschool. That's the ideal thing. You're just teaching you brainwashing propaganda. And that's not my words. There's a book called Lies, my teacher told me, written by a Harvard historian and professor, which chronicles the 12 major textbooks of the time and breaks them down as misinformation, disinformation, and propaganda. So we gotta forget this. We gotta get everybody out of the schools as fast as we can. At least the government schools. Yes, we have people that are obsessed. And the thing is, they'll say, "Oh, you look stupid," or "You sound stupid." But when I point them out to say, "What specifically did I say?" which was factually incorrect, they're like, "Oh, emojis. I'll put emojis." What grown man uses emojis? Not me, because I'm a grown up. I got chest hair. Oh, I don't use emojis. So you already know. Yeah, Nico, I agree with you there. I've been speaking about that for a long time. Live and direct in the air. Guys, where are you guys tuning in from? Where are you? Okay, girl dad. Oh, girl dad, of course you can use emojis. You have girls. Okay, fine. I don't have little girls, so. Y'all only go live when if I had a nitro brew about an hour and a half ago. No, we go live when we can. Like there's someone saying, "Get our Jula." Well, guess what? I work 40+ hours and then I have another job. And then Mr. America is just helping victims of a hurricane recover. on top of what he does, and on top of, I don't even need to get into it, but I mean, come on, NYC in the house. NYC, man, I'm sorry for you. Melissa, I'm sorry for you out there in California. I'm sorry for you too, Anthony. I've never been to H-Town, but those places, Zephyrhills, Florida, I've never been up there. Cammed Up Caveman, how's it going? That's right. Philly, what up, Philly? What's up, young bull? David Otero, that is such a great line. Did you write that? Who's your writer? Could you have your writer get in contact with me? If I wanted to have somebody give me unclever hate crimes that were not funny, I would definitely call your writer. France in the house. What part of France you at? I've been to Arkansas. I've been to Little Rock. Shout outs to Bill and Hill. Orlando's in the house. Orlando, jump on. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Jump on it. All right, Trenton. Wow. Much respect to Trenton. That's a hard city. I've been to a lot of cities in this country. I've been to Harlem at night many times. I've been to DC. I've been through Boston all the time. But Trenton, yikes. That's how are N Jersey cops? Have you seen our videos at the State House? Have you seen our videos in New Jersey? They are, Mr. America, what's your take on New Jersey cops? What's your take on that?
They have a very good sense of smell.
That's true.
This guy can smell weed from a mile away.
Hold on. I'm detecting.
I am sensing a raw odor of, what was it? How was it that he said?
A raw odor of green-brown vegetation, possibly stemming from the genus of the cannabia plant. He was mad specific.
With over 15 years on the force.
Okay, someone's saying they're from Afghanistan. Shout outs to New Hampshire. Not New Hampshire. I'm gonna give a shout out to a couple states right now. New Hampshire, Montana, Texas, Florida. Those are some great states that are keeping it real. There's a lot of bad news going on, but those states, and shout outs to the Free State Project out in New Hampshire.
We got
Florida.
I think we have a shit ton of people that are keeping it real in every state. You know what I'm saying?
True. That's true.
So we can't forget about we can't forget about them just because their numbers are not popping up too out there. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I say to Delaware? That's what I say to you, Delaware. Just kidding, guys. I love Delaware. No, I'm just kidding.
I like Delaware.
No, I like Delaware.
And
that's why Mr. America does what he does. Yes, Delaware.
Didn't we meet a mayor in
yes,
Dover?
actually, it was either Dover or Wilmington. It was the best mayor we ever had. Oh, True Destiny. That's what your mom said last night when we were parking her from behind. That's what she said. What about Massachusetts? Massachusetts, man, I love Massachusetts. Boston's one of my favorite cities. I used to live in Boston, but it's getting a little tyrannical right now and out here. It's getting really tyrannical out here in Rhode Island. Guys,
how rare. How rare.
Man, it's Kyle Wellman.
The smallest state with the largest amount of corruption. My God, I've never seen so many bad cops in one place.
Oh man, yeah, it's like a mini. It's oh man.
And then so many bad judges.
Oh my God! Don't even talk about
prosecutors. And it's like a mafia. It's like
literally. Actually, one of the Supreme Court justices up until the mid to late 70s was a literal member of the mafia. So you're not exaggerating. Thank you very much, Joel. Nanny, we came there. And shout outs to CPR Audits. Me and CPR Audits was out there too. He got a video with like 100
CPR Audits.
Everyone go to find CPR Audits. Give him a like, share, and subscribe. Tell him good old fake Michael sent you. And Mr. America, he's got a crazy video where me and him, shout outs to CPR Audits. We just own the mother living ish out of Milwaukee PD. So, check it out. Interesting. Interesting, Angelica. Well, there's some, I know one. I do know, I'm not going to put him on blast, but I do know one Cranston police officer that is an amazing person, one of the best, most humble people you'll ever meet in your life. So I respect.
Tell him we need $500 to pay our bills this month. He's not gonna do that, so he's not that nice.
Well, Cranston is where Mr. America originally got arrested by that team. Was she a Cranston cop that arrested you? So that was where
My first audit. My first audit.
Oh man.
I get arrested by a Cranston police officer who then gets backed up and helped by 6 or 7 other.
And little did they know
Bad
you were
cops
recording.
from
They didn't
France.
shut off the camera.
What happened? What happened with me there? Huh. They weren't too nice to me.
No, so yeah,
Neither was the cat. What is it? The chief, because the chief was her friends with her dad, who was also the chief. How could they even say that that woman did anything right when everybody saw it, what they did to me? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
6, 7 cops, not one stepped up and said, you know what I'm saying? Not one.
I got a question for the chat here. Now, I've asked this question about like 10 times. And people will say, oh, I found your video here, I found your video here. Put in the chat, guys, where you first found out about Auditing America. How did you come across it? Was it a suggested video? Like, or did you type it in? How did you first find out? Every time I ask somebody this question, they never, they're like, oh, I don't know. How did you guys find Auditing America? Put it in the chat. How did you find Auditing America? YouTube. Well, I know YouTube, silly. Kyle, you silly head. Get over here. Kyle, that's what I'm doing to you, Kyle. You're getting a nuggie. So, yeah, I know, but did you search something? Was it a suggested video? If so, what was a suggested video from? It was a suggested video, Oye Mi Gente, for what? You Googled 2A. Interesting. Felix. Shout outs to John Felix. He's the man. YouTube through a friend. Nice. Under suggestion, Twyla. Shout outs to Twyla. So, Phil.
Yeah, shout outs to John Felix. He's an
amazing guy. Cool guy.
Cool guy. Very humble. And he always makes songs and shows a cool way to explain his videos and stuff. Sometimes I don't agree with everything.
Wow, we got 2.
But I like him.
We got 2 from Amagansett Press. Wow, the best YouTuber in the world. So that's pretty cool. That's what's up. What part of Canada are you from there, Rose? Canada is a great place, man. Canada's dope. Oh my God. Ray, are you serious? Physically? Metaphorically? Okay, interesting, Joel. I might even know what you're talking about. We the people's in the house. What up, we the people? We the people. I know, I haven't checked my inbox in a couple days. I've been working, and then I had a court date, and then I worked again on my day off, and then I worked another job. So I just basically went to get some food, and then I did a live. So I'm going to get to it. Tomorrow's a day off, so I love you guys. We the people. Do we pay taxes? That's a good question. Every single time you make a purchase, you pay taxes at a store. Every single time you buy gas, you get taxes. Every single time you make a paycheck, like when Mr. America gets a paycheck from the jobs that he works, it's taxed and taken out. First of all, taxation is theft. I work a job and I get taxes taken out there too. Taxes are pretty much built into this country. This country was literally started. It's funny that a loyalist, a red coat loyalist, will bring up taxes because this country was built on a 3% tax on tea. Now we're taxed 30 to 40%, in some cases 50 to 60%. And the IRS is illegal, unconstitutional. It's not an apportioned tax. And you're talking about paying more tax money. And the funny thing about that is, what are you supporting with that tax money? Well, I'll tell you what you're supporting with that tax money. The deeply unjust criminal justice system that shout outs to Live and Direct on the Air is freeing people. So more money for the military industrial complex, more money for big pharma, more money for keeping people in cages, more money for the wars, right? So yes, of course, a British loyalist would want you to pay more taxes than this country was already started on in order to fund unconstitutional wars. So yeah, that's absolutely right, girl dad. Thank you very much, C-Mac. Well, I appreciate the criticism, CDG, but you know what? It's this is more than just a played out joke. This is an energized amulet. This represents transparency. This reminds me to not take myself too seriously. It reminds me that I don't need a whole bunch of makeup and a suit on and a key grip to go out here and exercise my First Amendment. It's my God-given right. That's what Mr. America taught me. Before that, before I met Mr. America, I had Botox, I had a facelift. I was trying to I was trying to be like a mainstream person, and I had a whole bunch of makeup on, foundation, rouge, and mascara. And he said, "Look, you don't have to do this, Will. You don't have to sell your soul. Everybody here in America gets the First Amendment. Will, take off your red coat." And he dusted me off. And he walked me slowly out of the tunnel. And I slowly took my whisk and I waded through all the trash I had there. And the rest is history. What post are you talking there about, Miranda Raw News? Shout out to Miranda Raw News. Can you talk about that first, Mr. America? Do you feel like talking about your first arrest case in Cranston?
Sure. Well, what do you want to know?
I don't know. They're asking you about it. What do you guys want to know? You guys ask specific questions. Guys, okay, I'm gonna ask you guys a specific question. What do you guys in the chat think the meaning of life is? I'm serious, dead ass serious. What do you think the meaning of life is? And shout outs to Auditing America, man, for honestly being the best friend anybody could have, allowing me this platform, dedicating his life in the face of death to human freedom. Find Auditing America on Instagram. Find him on Facebook. Find him on TikTok. Yes, that's right, TikTok. Find him on TikTok. He's getting viral over there on TikTok. Yeah, maybe Nike does suck, but they've actually stopped cults from taking over states. What up to Satoshi James in the house? Good to see you. Abnormal in this beast. Yes, exactly. God bless Mr. America. Exactly. Yes, Mr. Oh yeah, Mr. Universal in the house. What took you so long? Jeez, this guy. You think that this guy has a celebrity baby or something? He's so busy. Like babies are more important than watching our live stream. Yes, thank you, Live and Direct on the Air. We're on all platforms, Auditing America and Fake Mike Real News. I'm on every single one. All right, where did you send it to me, Raw News? Let me know. Tell me where you sent it to me. You're right, girl dad. Money can enable you. I'm reading a new book right now, which I'm not going to tell you. It's such a really cool book. If you guys would have showed up to my protest, I would have told you about it. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Great answer, Skip. Ironwood, good answer. Yes, Ironwood. To be truly happy, we need to be free for that. Wow, abnormal. Good answer, too. Ray Cox, that's terrible. I cannot scroll back. It's going too fast. Actually, Nico, I've read the Bible and the Quran and the Bhagavad Gita from cover to cover. It took me 2 years to read the Bible. And I'm going to go back and eventually read it. And I have a lot of questions. See, we could be friends after all, Nico. Okay, yeah. So CG, if you guys watch the documentary Wild Wild Country, that's the last place I know it. But basically, the Rajneesh was this cult leader, dude. He left from, I believe, India, and he set up shop in either Washington State or Oregon. So Nike does Oregon, so it's got to be Oregon. And this cult leader was taking over the state, and the guy and Nike actually helped expose that cult and stop him from taking over the state. So trust me, there's a lot of bad corporations. Nike is one of them. Until someone else gives me a sponsorship, I'm going to keep wearing the clothes. I've just realized that I just like I just crapped out the last pair of good sneakers, red sneakers I had, and new hat. I'm gonna have to buy some clothes, man, but I don't have merch. I got some merch coming soon, so find me on fakemikerealnews.com. You can find Auditing America there too. And okay, well, I'm glad to hear that, Miranda. What up, T. Hardy? I don't believe in politics. I'm an anarcho-capitalist. I'm a voluntarist. But at the same time, most people are. So in order to interact with them, I'll have to expose how the fact that they're God, whether it's Trump or Biden, expose that. So then they can see beyond that. I don't think it's a matter of being practical, of jumping right to voluntarism. I think that's too much of a jump for the average person. There's several auditors from California. There's a lot of good auditors out there in California. So I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's an auditor in California I dislike. So shout outs to all the Cali auditors. I'm trying to, geez, I mean, there's so many. Like, geez. Let's see, High Desert. Let's see, we got, I mean, who else is from Cali too? I know Furries from Cali. I know SGV. I know there's a few people out there from Cali. Sam Joaquin is my boy. Sam Joaquin and High Desert, I talked to both of them off air, and I know them personally. They came on my show. They're really not personally, but they're cool. They sit there, they talk to me. They're super chill. So, and how I feel about is any activist, as long as you're trying to do something, and you got my support. Like, most people aren't doing anything. So just the fact that, SJV, shout outs to him too. Anybody that's I didn't even know he was from Cali, so that's why I didn't bring him up. For some reason, I didn't think he was from Cali. Yes, exactly, Flat Smack. Bay Area Transparency, all those guys. Yeah, honestly, anybody that's an activist, I don't care if you're an auditor, a truther, whatever you do, if you're out there like Mr. Universal, if you're out there like Labs and Direct on the Air, if you're out there like Mr. America doing nonviolent activism, Nikki Moore, why would you say that? We'll talk about I wouldn't say that word, but what I would say is, I would say, geez, it's very unconstitutional, illegal what they're trying to make us do right now. It's scary. Everything I've talked about for 16 years is coming true. The stuff that George Bush called for, it's here. It's in our face right now, and we need to do nonviolent activism. Honestly, I did a stream the other day where I was slamming things and crying because that's how bad this stuff is. And I'm just kind of relaxing right now because I've worked all week, and I'm having a good relax right now, and I'm enjoying this. So, but I'm very upset about what's going on, and we need to just stop talking and be about it. We need to protest the Federal Reserve every single day. We need to go outside of your hometown. I don't care if you're on the smallest place in Montana. You go to the damn main street, you hold up a sign that says Jeffrey Egg Salad, if you use his real name, didn't kill himself. WTC7 didn't collapse itself. We need... Oh, no. Capitalism is just synonymous for free market. It wouldn't be regulatory whatsoever. Capitalism just means free market. It wouldn't like any regulation or the Constitution. I think that while people are getting paid to support the Constitution, we might as well expose the fact that they're not. And if they're getting paid to do a job, they may as well at least start there. So that's how I feel. But I don't support any type of regulatory government anyways. But very good question, good point, and it shows me you're very forward thinker. It's so fast I can't even go. Michael, I lost that Wiss necklace. Yeah, I if you DM me on Instagram, Fake Micro News, I can get you some. Yes, hopefully abnormal, that will create a system where we can have more creativity and allow us to do more things instead of the antithesis of that, which would be we're all on universal basic income and just being in a pink pod like the Matrix. So yes, exactly. Now, and comms, those are oxymoron. That's a great point. Yeah, Ray, I'm very upset there. I disagree. Capitalism does not require a monetary system. Capitalism just means you get paid for your work. You don't have to have a monetary system. And as a matter of fact, having a monetary system is against capitalism because it's not free market at all. If you have a monopoly on a monetary system, that's not free market, that's fascism. So that would be the opposite. What inspired you to do auditing to start with, Mr. America? Good question. First of all, pick out yes, absolutely yes. What inspired you to start auditing?
Just the fact that it's our responsibility as a American citizen to check up on the government, check up on it's nothing out of the ordinary. You know, this should be normal. We should be checking up on people. Now it's a new era. Now we have access to a camera and access to great platform like YouTube that allows us to publish these videos and show thousands. But I came across First Amendment auditing videos, started watching, if I'm not mistaken, the first auditing channel I came across was High Desert Community Watch. And I was like, whoa, you know, he has a different style, but hey, everybody is their own person, and everybody has their First Amendment to say whatever they want, as long as they're peaceful and they're not inciting violence.
Yep.
You know, he's very good exercising his First Amendment, that's for sure. And one day I said, man, maybe I should go do it too. You know, it's our responsibility, it's our duty. Really? Okay, let's go. I went out and I did it. Got arrested in my first video. That didn't stop me. As soon as I got out, I did another video. And here we are. We're almost at our 1,000th video very soon.
We've even done more than that. And freak out. Yes, it's absolutely legal. Nikki, you're asking good questions. The thing is, there's a number of questions. You said, how can people get paid without a monetary system? Well, you could have competing monetary systems. You could have people bartering for gold or whatever. It's a free market. So whatever literally gold pans itself out could be a currency. You could have competing currencies. Thank you very much, Michael Bowman, and thank you very much. You're asking great questions, Nikki. Nikki, if you want, I would love to do a live stream where you ask these questions too, because you're getting into some deep philosophical questions here. How do you define property? That's a great question. Thank you very much, Cammed Up Caveman. That's a great question, and I've heard a couple of different answers on that. And I can get into kind of a long diatribe about that, but I forget even the other question you were asking me. Sorry. How do you enforce ownership? I mean, the thing is, you can actually have government, and this is the other point I wanted to make. You can have a voluntary system of government. I don't have a problem with government itself as long as it's voluntary. Why would you need a registry? How do you have a title? You wouldn't have a title. It would just be you wouldn't have a title to your house. Who would you have a title with? If there's anarchy, you wouldn't have a government to give a title to. It would basically, without going into too much, it would basically be on the upkeep of that property. And you ideally wouldn't upkeep, take on more than you can handle. But what you need to realize is, regardless of if there were small problems with that, pull back and realize that even if there were small problems with things like that, the answer still isn't the largest malefactor in the history of the known universe, which is government. Democide, government has killed, look it up, democide, government has killed more people than anything. So it's like you have this cancerous tumor and you're saying, well, how would I eat without this tumor? Like, you got to get rid of the tumor. That's the problem. We can worry about the thing is, like, that's insignificant compared to what the government does. Now magnify what the government does with their land. They steal Native Americans' land for oil. They have eminent domain. They steal your money a number of ways, not only through taxes, but also through, what's that thing that they say they can take all your assets, civil asset forfeiture. So they take all your property anyway. So you don't even have a right to it anyways. If this whole last 2 years have showed us anything, is we don't have any rights. If they can be taken away so quickly, you don't have any. So the most murderous, vile, rapist entity of all time, still, you could argue about where the property line is here or that, but it's like, these people have murdered millions upon millions upon millions of people. So let's not worry about the property line so much as the murderous rapist. What up in the UK? You guys are funny in the chat. I'm trying to catch up. Thank you, Eugene, very much. Tracy, thank you for the fine compliment. See, now you're making an assumption, Nikki. I wouldn't say get rid of. Why would I say get rid of it with the tumor? But obviously, I wouldn't, because I believe in the non-aggression principle. So everything would have to be done in a voluntary thing. So that would actually be the opposite of what I believe. But it's a great question, because this gets down into these minuscules. Thank you very much, Bodhi. As a matter of fact, we the people, I visited Young Yo. You guys are very good. What did you do? I wish you guys get bitter. Yes, we're going to try to do that very much. Thank you very much, Young Yo. Where are you coming in from? What is your name? What advice would you give first-time amendment auditors like yourself? What would you say there, Mr. America?
Hey, be careful. Go out there, safely, exercise your rights. Don't ever act in any violent way, because then you lose. The best way for you to go and stand and protest what you don't like, then you go and you do it in a peaceful way. And the best way is right now to grab a camera phone, and go meet your public workers. You don't have to be weird, or you could just walk in and say, hey, how are you guys doing? What are you guys here? What are you in charge of? What's your name? And without taking much time of the person, because you know that these people are on the city's dollar, so you have to you have to understand that they have a job to do as well, and sometimes some others disturb the job. There's a place for everything. You can protest in a public place as much as you want, but you can't stop people from doing their job. So just do it safely, and everything should be good. Don't break the law.
Absolutely. Nikki, honestly, thank you so much, because I'm not even the expert on this. But I can tell you why I adopted this philosophy too. And I think you're asking great questions. And
I know
even
I'm not an expert. I'm just
none of us are experts. It's like Jordan Maxwell says, we're ordinary men in the pursuit of extraordinary knowledge. So yeah, please get at me on Instagram, Fake Mike Real News, Facebook, fakemikerealnews.com, fakemikerealnews.com, fakemikerealnews.com. Yeah, you guys can please. Oh, dude, Ray, we've audited, we've walked into ceremonies from those boys. We've walked into ceremonies from those guys.
let me guess.
Yes, don't even guess. You already know. Sakuri, I love you too. I love Mr. Universal. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Guys, yeah, hey, see, exactly. Yep, live and direct on the air. He was catching a stroke, man. We need to donate to this guy. I didn't want to say anything. I don't want to put him on blast, but since he said that, we got to go to live and direct on the air. Cash App, live and direct on the air, liveanddirectontheair.com. Support this guy. Subscribe to his channel. This guy's freeing people out of prison who are there illegally. Support this guy. He's my brother. And because there's a couple people, before we wrap this up, because I know Mr. America's a busy person, we do have to say one thing here, because let's see, because some people do know who Jordan Maxwell is. All right, message me on Facebook there, on my personal page, or fakemikerealnews.com. I'll get back to you, and we'll set it up for this week. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, you people need to wake up and do your homework. What we think we know, and consequently, as a result. All right, guys, press 1 in my chat if you love my Jordan Maxwell impression. Press 2 in the chat if you hated it. Press 3 in the chat if you love Mao Zedong. Oh, Mr. America. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. Mr. America, how can people find you on all platforms?
TikTok, Auditing America. Instagram, Auditing America.
Thank you, Nico.
Facebook, Auditing America.
How do you
YouTube,
donate to you?
Auditing America.
How do people buy me an extra round of chicken sandwiches on your donations?
You can donate right here. Easiest way, super chat.
Yes, and thank you guys.
Or you can donate to the poor children, or you can donate to a good cause. Donate to the homeless guy in the corner. You know, you
donate to all those people first, and if you're a rich billionaire afterwards, message me and Mr. America. Buy us an RV so we can keep this. If you're not a rich RV person, then forget it. Otherwise, donate to all the good people. Stock up on food and water. One thing you don't need to stock up on is makeup, because it's just going to be me, Mr. America, couple of snapbacks, and Fake Mike. Real news. Peace out.
Real news. See you later.